ever tell of a kayak. All the kayak we ever knowed about, we'd see the pictures of these old Indians hollering out a log, you know. That's all the picture we had of it. There wasn't no such thing as a kayak or canoe or whatever.
And found this waterfall was about 75 feet high and decided to run it. And 5 foot deep pool.
Log. I run it on a log instead of a canoe.
Broke my back on the landing and had to be carted off to this hospital called Transylvania County Hospital, which is in the middle of the sticks.
What time we wasn't riding it, he was riding us.
They took me there and they didn't have a backboard in the hospital, so they had to call the paramedics who were eating pizza to come and get me.
Sometimes we get started real good and on that thing and flip over and you can see our feet locked around that thing, our heads down.
They were not amused, and they were real rednecks. And, "Oh, boy, what you do dropping off that there waterfall? You just got to be crazy." It was funny as hell, man.
That's the way we done it. Which I reckon we was the only ones that done it. I don't know.
I'm lying there with a broken back, just trying not to laugh. It was great. My wife wasn't amused either.
I believe I said there's just normaler people here than they are there.
I wouldn't say that.
Well, Neely described Appalachia as a mountainous region stretching from Maine to Georgia, populated by a sociopathic tribe of white people. And that's about it.
My next thing I want to look at is this corner of the rock here downstream. And I want to stay right on the edge of the falls. The last stroke I want to lift and land flat, right in the hole there, right on top of the hole. Okay. Or you can, there's a cheat route. You can go down the very left side, bump, 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 kind of like a little creek move. So my plan is to fill out.
Okay. What happens if you screw up, get caught in that hole?
Well,
Keep smiling.
The hole, I've seen a couple of kayaks in the hole at the bottom, just boom, 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 boom. But then they wash out. They get hammered on a little bit first.
Is there a technical term for that?
Hammered. They just get hammered.
Are you guys gonna run the sneak?
No, we're going. No.
Why not?
Well, I'm a tourist, and when I go somewhere, I want to hit the good line, Maybe I won't come back here anymore.
Yeah, we want the meat. My name's Forrest Calloway. Most people call me Woody. I'm an old-timer from North Carolina.
My name is Claude Paget. I live in Quebec City.
It's kind of an addictive sport. You start paddling, you either know you like it or you don't like it. And I was one that just got addicted to it.
You don't do it to make you hammered or whatever. There's a way to do it without being hammered. So when you do the line you plan to do and there was already a tricky line, then it's good. And then you have to pass to another level, and you never get bored of kayaking because you always have something bigger than what you expected for you, and you just have to go like step by step, just.
Number one, you want to hit your line, and you scout it, and you say, this is where I want to be. And when you hit the line, it's great. what you're thinking about is, if I don't make it, how much is it going to hurt?
Mountain people are really nice. Mostly here, well, the accent for me is kind of weird because it's southern accent. It's really, really nice people who lives in the mountain. They're always like full of life.
The local music, it's bluegrass music, you know, old bluegrass music. It was born in these mountains. I mean, that was the rhythm these guys were into.
The first year was the sweetest, the last of my heart. And as I tried to those eyes would say I still. In my book, bluegrass is all they are. I wouldn't give a hoot for none of the rest of it all.
All your life you lived a sinner, God's road you've never trod. You're drifting away, you're drifting away. When you come to cross the river, but you haven't lived with God, you're drifting away, 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 you're drifting away. On down the dark river, I'm sorry to say you're drifting away, you're drifting away, you're drifting away. Don't wait too long to let Jesus hear you pray.
Well, now, I think one trip of that's nice, but I can't see no sense in riding it all the time.
Well, I live here on the river, and I run a riverside campground. We have a lot of boaters come in. So you hire somebody like me or us, somebody at my shop, to drive you up the mountain with your gear so you can boat back down the river, generally to your vehicle. or to camp. So we do that for money. Not much, but we have fun. The thing about shuttling is you have to know where the put-in is.
To get where?
The boat put in, the kayak put in.
Oh gosh, you have to go turn around and go back the way you came. Where are you from?
I forget which light it is, but it's at Carolina Avenue. You need to turn right after you turn left up there and go right up through there.
The what?
The boat put in?
Boat put in.
Yeah, kayak put in.
Oh, you talking about down the river?
See right there where the road's forked, and you see it where you're sitting?
Yeah.
Well, just stay to the left.
Yeah, we want to go to put in. That's the takeout.
Just follow the road to Asheville.
Asheville.
Oh gosh, I'm wrong.
Follow that road. You'll go around a real steep curve where there's a church.
Jim, you know how to tell them get down the river?
I'll tell you, I'm holding up traffic. I better get out.
Look, go up here and go towards Jonesboro. Go to the stoplight.
The war?
The put in.
The put-in?
Yeah, for kayaks.
And I have no idea.
Good sex is everywhere. You got to drive for good whitewater.
Singing in a band going down the road, swag a home, I'm a so-and-so. Be mine, the purple flowers line the road.
But there's a broader base of participation. There's a lot more people paddling and entering these rodeos. Before, it's kind of your crazy guys that liked holes, and the rodeos tend to be at harder holes. So now you get this big, broad base of participation. And they've evolved in a lot of different ways. But this particular rodeo is almost coming a full circle back to the original ones.
I hope 30 years from now I can still get out there and maybe not be as competitive as I am right now, but I hope to still be able to get out there and do the moves and to have fun with it.
Let's see you go after that back surf. It takes a tremendous amount of focus of exactly what's happening behind that. A tremendous amount of focus, and it's almost a game of concentration rather than any skill. And you can see, I can see the guys start to lose it on the way out. And in some guys, you'll see, this guy's gonna get it.
Essentially, when we were designing this boat, we started with the concept of a beach ball, where you throw to the hull or in a wave and the thing just tends to bounce and roll.
It's got a small bow that's easy to bury. You can see the tip of it's relatively narrow. It's easy to plunge it into the upstream face of a wave.
Boom, you can poof. It's awesome. Plus the front end is shaped like a wing. When the front end goes in, it's curved up enough. Plus with the scoop thing, you get the high pressure underneath.
Nice shorter, fast hull, so you slide in to come into that ender.
Real thin in the profile here, same thing in the back. A lot of volume here, real thin in the profile.
The back deck's concave. That lets it sit on a wave and not get entered up.
The front end of the boat is just an extension from the center.
Nice and narrow up here, then bringing it back wide.
Bravo Figaro, bravo bravissimo, bravo bravissimo, fortunatissimo, fortunatissimo, fortunatissimo per verità.
Most kayaks tend to get edgy.
It'll chop down, the boat will bob.
It's almost like it's two different planes.
Figaro, ahimè, ahimè, che furia, ahimè, che folla, ora alla volta, per carità, per carità, per carità, una alla volta, una alla volta, una alla volta, per carità. Figaro, son qua, ehi, Figaro, son qua, Figaro là, Figaro qua, Figaro là, Figaro su, Figaro giù, Figaro su, Figaro giù, pronto prontissimo, son come il fulmine, sono il fattore della città, della città, della città, della città, della città. bravissimo, bravo Figaro, bravo bravissimo, fortunatissimo, fortunatissimo, fortunatissimo per verità. A te fortuna, a te fortuna, a te fortuna non mancherà. Sono il factotum della città, sono il factotum della città, della città, della città, della città.
The other cool thing you have to remember is this boat has great graphics.
You can meet somebody early in the morning. You've never met them, and you'll bond with that person on the river. You're a friend. You've got a friend for life, and that's a special thing with kayaking. You know, I had no idea I would meet as many people as I've met. I didn't know that it would give me access to as many beautiful places as it has. I started out kayaking because I thought it was just cool, but after getting involved, you just become absorbed in it, and it's just it's a lifestyle. I mean, it's a way to live.
What's the best thing about kayaking? The thrill. Running a really scary, difficult river, and the best thing is when you get off at the end and you're done with it, and you kind of have that feeling of accomplishment, and you know you're not going to die.
Just getting away, not sitting on the couch and watching TV and eating donuts.
Oh, something like this neighborhood, something where the crowds are small and the gradient's steep.
Playing in a big hole.
Yep, big fat hairy hole.
The best, I think, is just the camaraderie of the people around.
Bad food.
I like to paddle like when it's like the optical orgasm, they call it, yeah.
Better than drugs.
Better than sex?
They're,
My favorite thing is now and then everybody gets trashed on the river, and I hate to see it happen to anybody, but if it does, I want to be there to see it.
Well, I got my nickname, a couple of people I started boating with when I first started out gave me a nickname of Catfish because they said I was always found floundering at the bottom of deep pools below rapids.
Probably the most embarrassing thing a kayaker can do is wind up dog paddling towards shore.
Yeah, that's definitely.
Everybody talks about everything. If you take a swim, I mean, I've actually been out of town on a trip, paddling trip, and come back home, and before I can unload the truck, people are calling me on the phone saying, "Hey, I heard you swim at such and such rapid." You know?
What's the worst thing about kayaking? Oh, the worst thing? Wet gear. Stinky wet gear. That's clearly the worst.
Traffic.
Long drives. Probably the worst part is when the season ends.
Gnarly holes.
Nothing. I don't hate a thing about boating. Cold fingers, numb fingers, things like that. Regulations suck.
The worst thing, I don't know that. I don't know. Boaters rule!
The Tallulah, number one, it's never really been legal to run. It's a beautiful, beautiful river. And the cool thing about it is one of the last times it run was the filming of Deliverance. And so, you know, it's special.
Singing a bang going down the road, halls, like a home, like a home of soul. Well, Riptide just shimmy on the power of a liquid car.
A lot of people refer to the Grand Canyon as being the, quote, hard river. Well, it has a large volume of water, but it doesn't drop very much. You know, it drops probably around 10 feet a mile. But here, this is a major, major loss of altitude. You know, it's just a steep, it drops 600 feet per mile. And it is an adrenaline buzz.
for the chickens. Look side down to the back of the horse. Never think small like a seahorse. Never think small like a bummy bee. He laid alligator just a laying in a wallow. Cottonmouth monster crawling in a hollow. Oh, look side down to the pterodactyl horse. Never think small like a seahorse. Never think small like a horse. Shit. Dang.
One word to define kayakers.
Free-willed. Because that's to me, that's where the beauty of the sport stems from. That's the initial draw to why the human got off the solid, secure rock to get out there. You know, it all started way back when, I guess somewhere after the bass stage when they decided boats float.
Well, can't put it in one word. It's like probably rage of the machine. We're against the machine.
They're fringy, really fringy. They're not in the center of anything.
Trail seeker, maybe.
Now, there might be some words in there I wouldn't care to say.
Standing on the edge and kind of waving one foot right over the very edge going, right there, but not actually stepping.
Weird. They're just kind of weird.
Singing and a banging just to get along. Kingfish staring holes in my baby's paw. Well, dimly room the afternoon, about time for an old blues song. Don't he? Don't he? Don't he? Shoot! Singing and a bang going down the road, halls, like a home, so. Well, rent